Knicks family, what's popping? It's your boy. Ladies and gentlemen, excuse me if my video is a little choppy or whatever it is. Um, but hopefully the sound is good. And we're here to celebrate, folks. We are here to celebrate because the Knicks just defeated the Philadelphia 76ers with a big win. Uh,
Close them.
and yeah, closed them out. Closed them out, eliminated them from the playoffs. And in a game that was stressful, crazy, stressful. Um, Man, I mean, the Knicks went up 22 points. And I put in our group chat between me, Tony, and Steph that the Knicks had to stay focused because most times teams don't hold those big leads early on. And the Knicks did not hold that lead. And, Philadelphia ends up going up by double digits in the second half. But the Knicks, battled the way that they battle and came out on top to win the game in six, win the series in six. Tony, man, what's your thoughts, man? I mean, heroes abound, like Steph said in the chat. Heroes abound tonight. What's your
That's
thoughts, man?
that's what this man says.
That's yeah, no doubt about it.
Shout out to the chat, man. Your blackest time. Second round, we come. It wasn't easy, you know what I mean? But I think we showed the same resiliency that we've showed to get us to that second seed, right? To get
Right,
us to that 50 wins.
right.
We all those little lessons, all them little tests, you know what I mean? All those obstacles,
Mm-hmm.
we had to relive them. You know what I mean?
Right.
In this series, but we were prepared from it. We were
Yeah.
prepared for it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it didn't rattle us. You know what I mean? Like again, just like the season, we had heroes abound. Not just tonight, but all series. You know what I mean? Precious when he got his opportunity, he came in, had big
Mm-hmm.
minutes, made big plays, big blocks.
Yep.
Josh Hart all series. He started the series scoring. That's what we needed. Brunson wasn't right. You know what I mean? Brunson wasn't himself. Brunson
Yeah.
came back, started doing his normal thing. Josh Hart said, "All right, let me go get some rebounds now. Let me lead the series in rebounds. Let me get some assists." So yeah, heroes all over the place.
Yeah.
Every guy contributed to winning. Every guy who
Everybody,
played.
everybody who played contributed to winning. The Knicks tonight only played seven players. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. In the second half, I almost felt like they, weren't. I felt like they weren't going to make any subs, but I did put in the chat, in our chat, that I thought he should have just kept Brunson in the game. You know what I'm saying? Because of what happened in the first half. And then he ended up bringing Brunson back a little bit early because again things went a little bit haywire. Deuce with a big three. When Brunson went out the game in that top of the fourth quarter. The Knicks were up four. Philadelphia, they make a run. Deuce hits a three to bring the Knicks back up two, right? And then Brunson comes back in the game. And I think I don't remember. I think the game stays tied, and then the Knicks, go ahead and extend their lead out. But in the second half, it felt like he was only going to go six players for a little while. You know what I mean? That's what Steph put in the chat. He's only going six. And it ended up going seven. But yeah, like you said, everybody contributed. Everybody played a role tonight. Even if it's just one three that Deuce made, what I mean, to make sure that the Knicks kept the lead um while while uh while Brunson wasn't in the game. You know what I mean? Tonight it was everybody contributed. You know what I mean? Spree, what's popping with you, brother? How you feeling?
Oh man, that game was on crack. That game was just like there was just way too many swings. I'm not used to this, guys. Oh man,
That's the
I'm
Knicks, man.
happy.
We do it the hard
Are
way.
you, we do it the hard way.
We
I
do it the
mean, I
hard
agree
way.
with you. I agree with you. I never felt comfortable even with the lead, but I do want to say coming into this game, I didn't talk to you guys, but I said coming into this game, if we were going to win this game, I thought Dante DiVincenzo needed to at least give us 15 plus and give us that activity and what he's done all year. We got Dante back tonight. Finally.
Came out blazing in the first half.
He's a big part of what we do, and I feel like we haven't seen him be Dante until tonight. I thought he was terrific.
Yeah,
he played off Brunson well. He made shots. He made it a little bit tough on Maxey. I thought he was up in every pick and roll. And also, I want to make this comment on Jalen Brunson.
Before you say that, Spree,
but go ahead.
That was definitely a little bit of a, with Dante guarding Maxey instead of OG guarding Maxey, that was a little bit of a change. I think it made it just made the defense was a little bit more, it wasn't skewed with now you got to have a little guy on someone a little bit taller. And Dante did a great job staying up tight on Tyrese Maxey, and making it tough for him to catch the basketball. They did to Tyrese Maxey with the Sixers did to Brunson throughout the series. Like just, basically don't even care about helping off of Brunson. All they did was have someone attached to him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Even if they had their back to the ball, they were attached to Brunson, and the Knicks did something really similar to Tyrese Maxey tonight.
Yeah, I mean, plus Dante also puts pressure on the rim because when he spaces you out and makes a three, you have to honor it. And there were times tonight where I felt like we got that extra little hockey assist pass too, with Dante doing some stuff around the rim, throwing it to Ihart for those little floaters. So Dante, I said if we were going to win the series, he needed at least one big game in Game 6 or Game 7. So it was really nice. And I also want to just say, I think it is kind of, somebody tweeted this, and I think it's true. Think about the Brunson play in the Miami series to the last play that we lost, where he didn't, he didn't see him, but Hart was open. Brunson trusted Hart. He made the pass. He trusted.
Yeah, that's right. You go back to that Miami series, he did not trust Hart.
Tried to force it to Randall.
If you play basketball, you gotta. I understand, and Hart is a big time. He can make big shots like that. I know he's not the greatest shooter in the world, but he made shots in this series. But if you play basketball and a guy's open like that and they're blitzing, he made the right play, Sam. You got to live with it.
He did. He made the right play. Obviously we're glad he made the right play. Josh Hart knocked down a huge three that I was definitely nervous about. Not even gonna lie, but he knocked it down, and here we go. You know what I mean? We're ready. We're headed back to New York for Game 1 of the Pacers versus the Knicks, and how ironic is. We'll talk about that series a little bit later, but how ironic is it? That Obi's going to be back playing against the Knicks in the Garden and all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I haven't thought about that. Yeah, I'm going to enjoy tonight, but that's going to be an. Remember, we said, Sim. I think we spoke a couple times. At some point, didn't we feel like we were going to play the Pacers at some point? Didn't I say I thought that there would at some point we would see those guys?
Yeah, without a doubt. And here we are.
I'll just say this. Let me just also say this. Brunson, 12 assists. Everybody talks about his scoring, but he trusted. He got the ball out. I thought he was quick. He was just ready to go. And what did you think of Anunoby? Before I let you go, what was your thoughts on OG?
He was great tonight. You know what I mean? Even in the first half when the Knicks went up by 22, he had some nice drives to the basket.
The monster dunk.
Knocked down some mid-range jump shots. Obviously, in the second half, he knocked down some mid-range jump shots, knocked down some big threes, and then that monster dunk. Great decision not to pull the three and attack the basket. You know what I mean? Beautiful game by OG. And this is what the Knicks need from OG. It's what they need from him. They need him to be aggressive.
Didn't he have like a corner three? Didn't he have a corner three? It was to end the third quarter when we were down 5 and I thought we closed that quarter. OG hit a big corner three.
Yeah. Yep. He hit a big corner three that tied the game.
Yeah.
At 83. I think it was 83.
You're right. Yeah, that was big. Because I felt like the close of that third quarter, I didn't know if we were going to win the game or not, but I felt like I was at least calm for myself. I went to go to the bathroom. I got a
Well,
little drink. That OG3 calmed me down a
yeah,
little bit.
I am gonna say this, and I put it in the group chat with me, Tony, and Steph. I said, I didn't say if we was gonna win or lose. I said all I can say is this: in every game that the Knicks won, they were down at halftime. In every game that the Knicks lost, they were up at halftime, and it held true tonight.
Why do you think that is?
I think the Knicks played better from behind. At least in this
I
series,
know.
they did.
I agree.
Because
I
when the
agree with
Knicks were
that. I
up,
was thinking about that when I was sleeping last night. Maybe this team just is better when they're down.
yeah, I mean, when the Knicks were up 22 tonight, they started
Yeah.
playing frantic. Right?
Well, look
Brunson
at
went
the end of
out.
the game too. We were up 8 points with two. I know 8 points is nothing but they were up 8 sim with 2.5 minutes left in the game.
Yeah, I mean,
And it went away in the blink of an eye.
right. The Knicks up 22 points, and they start just kind of bugging out. And I'm like, what in the world are they doing? They're throwing up threes all over the place. I'm like, slow down, relax. We're up big. Why are we
Why do you
bugging
think
out?
that is? Why do you think that is?
I don't know. I feel like they were trying to let's get these guys out of here right now. And because of that, they were rushing and making bad decisions.
Home run plays.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right. And instead of saying, okay, we're up big. Let's take our we have the luxury of taking our time to get good shots. Instead, it was like let's try to end them right here, right now. And then,
and it became one and done during that stretch.
Yep.
So we weren't getting the offensive rebounds, and they was pushing immediately. You know what I mean? So any either missed shot, turnover, block, whatever it was, it ended up being a fast transition on the other end.
Right.
So you know what I mean? And that's how you lose a lead or get a lead quick.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So
let me ask you this question, like with that comment, and I agree with you guys. I mean, I do think there is something to us playing better for behind for whatever reason. But like, do you think that like with a series like this, learning from some of these situations, do you believe they can get better at that?
Oh yeah, without a doubt, I think they can get better at that. They're a team of guys who are not used to having the roles that they have right now. So as they play in these roles more and more and more, they'll get better at making those type of decisions.
Right, because like as much as we love these guys, let's be honest. Like I know Brunson won a title in college. I know Hart and DiVincenzo, they're great, they're solid players. I mean, Brunson's had postseason experience. I'm not going to say some of these guys haven't had. I don't think they've had, together as a team. This unit together, but like, let's not act like these guys have been playing together for 10 years in the postseason. Like
right.
Sometimes you got to go through some of these things.
Right. Yeah. And we talked about at the end of Game 5 that the Knicks win this series. Game 5 makes the loss in Game 5 is going to make them better because they had to handle some adversity, right?
Yeah.
And battle through some adversity together as a team. And the longer a team is together and they can battle through those type of adversities, the better they get.
I agree. I agree with you. It'll make them better in the long run. As painful as it was, it'll make them better. And I also want to just, before I let you go, first of all, I'm happy for us. I'm happy for you guys. You guys got the best show. You guys deserve to celebrate. But also, it's nice to see Julius Randle today. Nice to see Julius Randle support his teammates.
Yeah, without a doubt. Very nice to see him, man. If the Knicks make it to the finals, I doubt he'll be back for, if the Knicks make it to the finals, but very good to see him supporting his teammates.
We're a team.
Yeah,
all right, guys, enjoy it. This is a special victory. I have a lot of respect for the Sixers. Maxey is an incredible player. I have to give him a lot of respect. I know I love Jalen Brunson, but Tyrese Maxey is also right up there. He's a great player. I got to give him love.
He is.
You guys have a good one.
About it. All right, peace, Bree. Appreciate it.
Take it easy.
Yeah, you got to give a lot of love to the Sixers, man. And I know as Knicks fans, we don't want to do that, right? But you got to give them their respect. Those guys, they didn't die. They had every reason down 22 to die tonight. And they came out and they just battled and they pushed and they scratched and they clawed and they fought. They just didn't stop. You know what I mean? They just didn't stop. Kerry Cox said thoughts on Kelly Oubre's play. I mean, I thought that they were going to try to find a way to get him a shot for a last second three, but then the Knicks fouled and sent him to the line. But Kelly Oubre, at times really kept them in the game just by, knocking down those corner threes, offensive rebounds. I mean, listen, the Sixers battled. They played with a lot of heart. You got to give them that. I mean, if they get some more depth, and they stay healthy, they'll be back up to the top 4 team in the East next year, probably. Yeah. Lauren, my man from Cali, what's popping, brother? How you feeling?
How y'all doing? Y'all good?
I'm good, man. I'm good now. I'm good
Yeah,
now. About an hour and a half ago, I wasn't, but I'm good now.
we ain't get the sweep, Lauren, but we knocked them out.
I got a bottle of Tums waiting for me, like in the corner.
Yeah, no doubt.
Bruh. First of all, let me just counter what you just said about the Sixers if they get some depth. Respect to Maxey. Everybody else, get out of here. The process is over. That's one thing I know for sure. I think, in my personal view, the franchise is now Tyrese Maxey, and that happened in Game 5. If you watch Game 5, Embiid did not want to play that game. I think he gave up early. But either way, that's old news. Now we're talking about the Knicks.
Mm-hmm.
What a game. What was that? I mean, my goodness. It almost looks like exactly how that game is exactly how our season has gone. Up and down and up and down and up and down. And the fact that we closed it out, I genuinely can't believe. I've got to give credit to every Knick that wore a jersey today. I did not see us winning that game after we lost that 1,000,000-point lead. I'm not even going to lie. I don't know how we pulled it off. But it just goes to show this Villanova bloodline is a different breed. They're just a different breed.
Yeah.
We have no business winning this game. The only reason why we won is because everyone literally played the hardest nosed basketball any team has possibly played this year.
That's what this team that's what this team is built. That's what they're built on, man.
I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. Shout out to Jalen Brunson. I mean, what a game. And I'll be honest about something with the Sixers. Now that the series is over, I'll admit this. Embiid never really scared me because Embiid is going to get what Embiid is going to get. Tyrese Maxey surprised me how good he actually is because I knew he was good. Obviously, he's an all-star. But he surprised me how, this dude can get a layup whenever he wants, however he wants. It's ridiculous. The person who actually scared me this entire series was Campaign coming off that bench. Anytime that dude came off the bench, I'm like, oh, God, this dude can legit hit 4 threes out of nowhere.
Yeah, no doubt.
You know what I mean?
No doubt.
He scared the crap out of me coming off that bench. And then at one point, we were, down 32-0 on bench points?
Bench points, yeah. Yeah, that was in the first half. I mean, listen, Campaign did a good job coming in and bringing in energy for them, and at points in the series when it felt like they were dead in the water, his energy, his 3-point shooting, gave them a big lift. No doubt. Gave him a big lift.
Now, here's a question. Why didn't we see more of, what's his name? Buddy Hield the entire series?
He didn't start shooting until tonight. He didn't start making nothing until tonight.
Did he get the minutes?
Because he was making them.
Did he get? Oh, I see. So when he started missing, they just pulled it out.
Exactly.
Yeah. He did.
Basically.
Got you.
He had more points in the first quarter than he scored all series. Or I should say the first 2 games, because he played the first 2 games and then he didn't play until tonight.
Yeah.
And you're definitely right about this season training us for this game specifically, because we now have Bogey's out too now. for the rest of the
Bogey's out.
season?
Bogey's out. He's gone. He's done.
Like we literally have no business winning this game, and we won out of sheer willpower. That's
Mhm.
crazy.
That's
to me
who
to
this
watch
team
the Knicks
is.
doing this. I can't believe it.
That's who the Knicks are. You know what I'm saying? That's how they win
Y'all
games.
really trying to do me dirty though. Sim, you doing me dirty. It says on the screen, Lauren from Philly. Never.
Oh, my bad. I meant
You
from
trying to get me
Cali.
shot
Oh
on the
Lord. Oh
screen.
Lord.
He's trying to get me killed on screen. Lauren from Philadelphia. Never.
Hey, you never know. You know there was mad Philly residents. You know
There
that
you
are
go.
Knicks
they
fans.
There you go.
Man, I'm glad I didn't notice that. They was about to kill my ass on the screen. No, but I'm just, and I'm gonna say this, right? I'm gonna say this. It's probably not the right time to say this, but I'll say this anyway. I feel because of all these injuries and everything that's happened to us, I am already proud of this team. I've been proud of this team even before the playoffs, right? Because a lot of people may underestimate how competitive the East in a series can be,
Yeah.
right? Because everyone says the West, but everybody's competitive in this era of basketball because anyone can get it. Look at what's his name got them into the playoffs. Nicholas Batum got them into the playoffs, and then today out of nowhere, Buddy Hield starts shooting like Reggie Miller. So you never really know these days, right? So I'm proud of this team nonetheless. I am satisfied with whatever happens going forward. That's how much we've overachieved. No Randall. That's your 3-time All-Star. Bogey's out now. Sims is basically on vacation. So it's like we got a bunch of players not even really playing. It's basically a 7-man rotation. And we're pulling stuff off that I can't believe we're pulling off. Sometimes you'll be watching the game, you're like, yo, Brunson, what are you doing with these turnovers? And then he'll just spark up and shoot, 3 for 3 and go up 12. Like, wow, this is fantastic.
Hey,
Iheart would do a bunch of crazy stuff.
But listen, the Knicks can beat the Pacers. I think, yeah.
I'm glad you brought that up, right? How do you see? Okay, so what do you think their strength and their weaknesses? I know defense is definitely one of their weaknesses, but how do you see this matchup going?
I feel like the Pacers don't have the type of defense that the Knicks have, but the Knicks can have offensive outbursts like the Pacers can. You know what I mean? I feel like the Knicks have enough guys that we can still score the basketball, right? And we've figured out how to play a faster pace when necessary. We figured out how to play a pace of guys slashing and cutting. You know what I mean? And I think so. I think the Knicks will be able to score, but I also think that the Knicks can stop them from scoring the way that they score. They're going to have a game or two
100%
where they score. There's no doubt about that. But the Knicks, I think, can stop them from scoring. I don't think they can play the defense that's going to shut the Knicks down from scoring.
Yeah. And one thing that I think is getting swept under the rug is obviously the Pacers, no pun intended, had one of the fastest paces in the league. Prior to that Pascal Siakam trade. Pascal Siakam is a half-court ISO kind of player, right? So I think that will be interesting to see how we navigate that as well, because I think that's something that they will also have to learn how to navigate themselves on offense. Defense, they don't play defense at all, right? But that offense, I just want to see how we work with their speed. That's the main thing. And I think this is a battle of two philosophies. Tom Thibodeau and Rick Carlisle with Halliburton. It's going to be very interesting, Yeah.
It is. But I think the Knicks can beat the Pacers.
Hey, you know what, Tim? I told you after game 2, I said, I'm following your lead. So whatever you say, I'm right there with you, bro. No arguments.
All right. Hey, Lauren, I appreciate you, bro.
Man. Good game, man. Nice talking to you.
Peace.
Peace.
Yeah. Tonight, heroes everywhere for the New York Knicks, ladies and gentlemen, as they eliminate the Philadelphia 76ers, advance to round 2 for the second straight season. 41 points and 12 assists from Jalen Brunson. 16 free throw attempts for Jalen Brunson. He shot 75% from the line. He was 48% from the field, 37.5% from the three-point line. Dante DiVincenzo showed up tonight, 23 points, 7 assists, 4 rebounds, 2 steals, 3 blocks for Dante DiVincenzo. OG Anunoby, 19 points, 9 rebounds, a big monster dunk late in the game. hit big threes throughout the night. OG definitely showed up for the Knicks tonight. Josh Hart, 16 points, 14 rebounds, 7 assists. He hit the three that basically won the Knicks the game. Isaiah Hartenstein, 14 points and 9 rebounds. Mitchell Robinson had 2 points and 9 rebounds, but I think he played great defense on Joel Embiid. Especially during times when because iHeart couldn't handle Joel Embiid at all tonight. Joel Embiid was getting whatever he wanted in the paint against iHeart. Mitch definitely, gave Joel Embiid some trouble. You know what I mean? And then Deuce, even though he only had 3 points, that was a huge 3 points that he had. Huge 3 points that he had from Deuce tonight. Go ahead, Tony. You was about to say something.
I lost it. What did you say before Deuce?
Mitchell Robinson.
Yeah, his defense on Embiid was stellar. Like, because if you notice, the adjustment with Embiid was, all right, I'm taking Hartenstein to the post. Because, all right, first off, I want to say a couple things. Miami series last year is probably the first time I started paying attention to like the coaching matchups, right? And that usually I just watch the players, watch the game. Like, I don't really focus on the adjustments coaches make. So I want to give Nurse's credit for actually, doing some things, but then I gotta go back and double back and give Tibbs his credit, because Tibbs was making in-game coaching adjustments, something that we really haven't seen from him too often. He made the adjustment tonight in the second quarter to stop doubling Embiid, because doubling Embiid was opening up the floor for guys like Buddy Hield, who wasn't playing well, Batum, and the rest of the team. He stopped the doubling on Embiid. Then Embiid made the adjustment to start going into the paint.
Right.
You know what I mean? Especially when he was on when Hartenstein was on him. He couldn't do that with Mitch. He couldn't back Mitch down. Mitch is too strong.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And Mitch played a hell of a defensive job on him. He played well at the game we watched in the city as well.
Yeah.
On Embiid. So yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Mitch did a great job tonight playing defense on Joel Embiid. Got Joel Embiid so frustrated one time he threw Mitch to the floor. You know what I'm saying? So, great job. Nick from Jersey, what's popping, bro? How you feeling?
What's going on, fellas? How are you doing tonight?
Pretty good, man. Feeling good. Feeling real good.
Me too. Tony just hit the nail on the head with Mitchell. I was going to say Mitchell Robinson. Didn't want to overlook how he played tonight. He was great out there in the time that he got out there playing Embiid. I felt like he kept him away from the paint, and Embiid disappeared in the fourth quarter every game this series. He had. This is one of the best playoffs of his career, but he did it for 3 quarters every game.
Right.
And I thought Mitchell Robinson played great. I thought Dante DiVincenzo played great, especially in the first half. Just all around great. And 35 years to the day, actually, the Knicks eliminated Philadelphia in Philadelphia, May 2nd, 1989. So it was 35 years to the day, and almost the same exact score too. We missed it by 2 points.
Wow.
116, 115 in 89. This is 118.
Wow, that's crazy. But in 89, it was a sweep, though, right?
Yeah, it was a sweep. But also, I believe, a first-round series.
Yep, it was first round.
I was watching reports on that back then. It was same situation as back then. The Philadelphia organization was trying to like rally up the Philly fan base to actually show up to the games because Knicks fans were taking it over. So
and
it's common thing.
Right, they tried tonight to rally up the fans, but there was still mad Knicks fans there.
Oh yeah, I mean, look, I'm close to Philly. Philadelphia is a great city. It's the 5th or 6th biggest city in the country. Great sports town.
Right.
But there's something going on with those people, man. The loudest they got was over the free chicken. They're like,
Right.
what are they doing? If that happened in New York City, like everyone would boo the free. Like it wouldn't work on New Yorkers. I don't know. I don't know. We wouldn't like that chicken game. Maybe it's why we don't have a mascot either. I feel like the mascot wouldn't last very long in New
Right.
York. But
Right.
anyway, I'm just so happy about the series. I did not want that to go 7. I thought it was going to go 7, and I thought like it was going to go down to like the final minute in the 7th game.
Mm.
I'm happy it didn't end up like that.
Me too. Me too. I'm not even gonna lie. I was afraid of Game 7.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if I would have made it. Like the way they had my blood pressure going today, I don't know if I could have done another game.
Yeah,
a game 7.
I was definitely nervous about a Game 7.
Absolutely. I mean, the series was so close. It was only all 6 games was only separated by 1 point.
Yeah.
The Knicks outscored Philadelphia by 1 point in 6 games. It was just incredibly tight. I respect Philadelphia. They're not in a terrible situation. They got like a max salary slot open. They got Embiid, they got Maxey. They can go out and get another guy and be formidable next year.
Yeah.
This is like a 60+ win team. I mean, they were 31-8 with Embiid. Like they probably would have been the 2nd seed, if they were fully healthy. This was like a 2nd round or
so would we. I'm just saying. So would we.
Yeah, we would have been in the high 50s as well if we were healthy, or maybe even more.
Right.
I mean, so like these are Philly and New York are like better than their records said they were. So like this was like 2 of the best teams, and honestly, like I'm not looking past Indiana, but this series will bode well for us throughout the rest of this playoffs.
It will.
In terms of intensity, like we, let Boston have their cakewalk. We'll see Boston, 3 weeks from now, and let them have their 2 easy series, and let us, ride the momentum from this battle that we just went through. And I think they're going to go back to playing 8 guys now that there's a new series beginning.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's going to stick with 7. I don't think Tibbs is going to stick with 7 for the rest of the playoffs. Like he's probably going to get precious minutes, maybe even some Burks. But if it becomes a tight series, he's going to go back to 7 again.
Right. I mean, listen, he's going to play the guys that he trusts. That's just it. Look, it's Thursday night. Now it's Friday morning. The Knicks don't play again until Monday, so they have a little bit of time to rest. Much needed rest, right? Game 1 is Monday at 7:30 at Madison Square Garden.
On my day off. The Knicks is blessing me this year, bro.
Enjoy the game.
Yeah, so that's a beautiful thing. Nick, I appreciate it, man.
Take care, guys.
Take care. Yeah. What do you think about the matchup against Indiana?
I'm not as confident as you, but I'm also not as worried because there was a time early in the year I told you the Pacers and Orlando were the 2 teams I didn't want to play in the first round.
Right.
That was before we got OG though. You know what I mean? So OG definitely changes things.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that I am kind of concerned with now, granted, I don't think Halliburton and Siakam are at the same level as Maxey and Embiid, but we still gotta find, OG can only guard one of them.
Right.
I was looking forward to him guarding Halliburton because Halliburton has killed us.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of the injuries or whatever, I was looking forward to Randall and Siakam. We don't have Randall. You know what I mean? So that's another thing that you know what I mean. Just changes things for me because we played that one game, with OG with Randall, I believe, and beat them, and that might have been the only time we beat them.
Right.
But, now.
I mean, it's a little bit of a different team, different look. I think we do a lot of different things than we did earlier in the season when we played them. I think our offense has expanded a little bit, but we'll see. You know, it's definitely not going to be easy. I got my man Silk on the line. Silk, what's popping with you, brother? How you feeling?
What up, fellas? I'm better wait for a minute. Glad to be back.
Yeah.
Sam, Tony.
What's
Yo,
up?
man. They had me on my blood pressure medicine this game, boy. I ain't lying. We was up. I was thinking about a blowout in the first quarter. But this Philadelphia team is tough. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
They got some parts. As soon as they give it to Tobias Harris, 0 points behind, they're gonna be rough.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
I'm glad we pulled this out.
Yeah. I mean, you know, in the first quarter, when the Knicks were up 22, I was skeptical. I was mad skeptical. You know what I mean? Because, you know, a lot of times, especially in the playoffs, you know, teams are going to battle. So, you know, yeah, one team gets up early in the first quarter. There's a whole lot of game to chip away at that lead. You know what I mean? But I mean, it evaporated all in the second quarter that quick. It was, you know,
Buddy freaking Hill. Buddy freaking Hill.
It's crazy.
He can't stand Villanova, and Villanova can't stand him. They just
Yeah. You know,
but it was.
but I mean, just, you know, what a game, man. Just what a game. You know, what a series. It was a great series, physical series.
What a series.
You know, and
this game was crazy.
Yeah.
We stole game 2. They scored game 4. It was like going back and forth.
Yeah, and you know, this kind of series is gonna, when the Knicks play the Pacers, they're gonna feel like they just had, you know, handcuffs taken off of them. You know what I'm saying?
This gonna be like easy pass, going right through.
You know, I mean, the thing is they're gonna have to stop them from scoring, but you know, as far as the aggressiveness and you know, that side of things, they're gonna feel like, oh man, what is this? You know what I'm saying? I can move, I can walk, I can cut off screens. You know what I'm saying?
Indiana hasn't played us with Mitch yet. They had to deal with when Iheart goes to the bench. They were playing us with Precious. They haven't played us with Mitch yet. So
they haven't.
I'm not really fearing Indiana going because they can do threes. But with Mathurin going, they've been killing people in the paint. Spicy P been killing them in the paint. What the center been killing them in the paint. I've been watching these games. They haven't been shooting crazy threes all over the place. Halliburton's missing threes. He's the only one that be hot from three sometimes. They've been doing stuff in the paint. They're not doing stuff in the paint on us. We're mixed there. The only guy I'm worried about that McConnell dude, that little pesky McConnell dude.
Yeah, no doubt. McConnell. Yeah, TJ McConnell, man. No doubt about that. No doubt about that.
Since Brunson made on the roommate podcast said he think he could beat him up, he be like catching the attitude with us.
Yeah, you know.
I mean, this is a good warm up. I ain't lying.
Listen, it's
crazy
good.
First rounder.
Yeah. You know what I mean? You know, and for the most part, we got out of it healthy. Besides losing Bogey,
I know. But
you know,
he got to bring somebody up off the bench. He can't be doing these 7-man rotations, especially this running gun team. We're gonna be out of breath. We're gonna need a pacemaker. If he's gonna be running 7-man,
you know, I mean, my thing is this. I know they're a running gun team, but let's see what happens, man. Because let's just see what happens defensively. Because the Knicks, the Knicks might be ready to. Let's see what happens defensively. See how it goes. I know what we've seen in a regular season sometimes, but this is the playoffs. Something different.
But I'm like, come on, Tiz. I know Burks looks like he like trash. Give him 5 minutes. See what he got. Look what they gave Buddy Hill 5 minutes, and he was lighting us up for 17.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, just give him 5 minutes. If he sucks in the second quarter, you don't see him the rest of the game. I hope he lightens up because he probably was scared about this game. He don't want to give Philly no games.
Mm-hmm.
I hope the next round he brings either Precious or Burks off the bench at that extra man. We ain't got Bogey, so we need some scoring from somewhere else. We can't rely on Deuce to be giving us 12 and 50 points every game. He's not going to do that.
Yeah.
So we going to need somebody else to give us some points somewhere.
Yeah.
But I know.
Listen.
Just take a minute to look at the film
Yeah,
and adjust.
the Pacers. The Pacers averaged 113 points per game versus the Bucks.
It ain't gonna happen against us.
They had, they had a game where the first game they scored 94. They had in 125, they scored 121, 126, then they scored 92. Obviously, those two games is what's taking their scoring average down. You know what I mean? The
I'm
games that they
Sims
won,
right now.
they scored 120 plus. But the
Right.
Knicks, the Knicks are a different team defensively. You know what I mean? The Knicks average 108 points per game. Okay, they average 113. Can the Knicks hold them 5 to 10 games below their average? I believe the Knicks can.
Sims, I'm telling you right now, they're gonna be 2 games where they don't score 100. I'm letting you know right now. They're gonna be 2 games in this series where they don't score 100.
I believe it.
Because they don't got nobody off the bench after their starting center goes down that can handle Mitch. This is gonna be a Mitch series. I'm letting you know.
Okay.
I've been away for a minute because I was sick, fellas. I don't want to be in here coughing and talking to you guys.
Yeah, nah. I'm glad you're feeling better. Glad you're feeling better. Glad you're feeling better.
We're gonna get them, brother.
All right, no doubt.
Let me shout out this little thing, and then I can go pick my blood pressure medicine. They had my head hurting.
Go do what you gotta do, Silk. I appreciate it, man.
All right, brother.
All right, peace.
Bye.
All right, man. Yeah, Tony. I don't know. I'm tired. This game took a lot of energy out of me. You know what I'm saying? My adrenaline was up here. Now I'm starting to crash a little bit. I don't know. Any last words before we get out of here?
I know you guys have been waiting. Right? Tomorrow night.
Losers Lounge.
Tomorrow night.
Got that
sure.
Losers
It's already loaded up.
Slow. Yeah.
Sim got a long drive home.
Yeah. Got a 6-hour ride home. I got to get at it in the morning, but definitely tomorrow night we got that Losers Lounge for you.
And I got a special show tomorrow too. So
yeah,
we
so
got
be ready for that.
We got a double header for you guys, something special.
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, gonna get up out of here tonight. Greg, I feel you. I get it. I get it, but we're gonna be at it tomorrow night, man. Sometimes life gets in the way. It's how things go,
When life gives you tomatoes, make ketchup.
That's it. You know what I mean? Philadelphia will still be eliminated tomorrow. As a matter of fact, we might even get more stuff to be able to put on there because of things that's gonna come out tomorrow. So, yeah, we're gonna do it tomorrow night. Losers Lounge. Be ready for it, ladies and gentlemen. Game 1 of round 2, Monday night, 7:30 p.m. at Madison Square Garden. Yeah, it's gonna be dope. Ladies and gentlemen, we're up out of here. Be peaceful. Have a great, what's today? Friday. Have a great weekend. Well, I'll see you tomorrow night anyway. But we're out of here, ladies and gentlemen. Peace.